Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob, and this is the ultimate truck bed cover comparison. I'm posting the product links in the description below. Make sure to check that out. I'm also posting weekly videos, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm here with my 2015 F-150. It's got the 5.5 foot bed with the Retrax 1 MX cover and the Track Rack SR rack system. Had it for 5 years now. It's been a good cover. It can haul a lot of stuff. It's very versatile and adaptable. I'll jump into the pros and cons here. Pros, it can haul 1,250 pounds. It is adaptable and can do so many different things. It's locking, so I know it's secure. I can lock the cover and make sure our valuables are secure. And the ability to, because it is retractable, I can have this basket system here on top of the cover and it's not in the way. And so the cons for this system is it's $2,450 if you want to buy it. It's not totally waterproof either, so water can get in the back corners and gets our tools wet and they start to rust over time, which really sucks. Also, this canister takes up so much space in the back. 14 inches of depth. You still have a little bit of space below, but for a 5.5 foot bed, that's a considerable amount that you lose with it. That's why we ended up adding the basket system, to just try and capture that space back. So I'm not sure I would buy this system again. I'd be hesitant with the leaking of the water and my tools getting rusty and stuff. That really sucks. It's annoying having to drop the tailgate and air it out. But the ability to haul so much weight and the adaptability is a really big advantage. I mean, there's no other rack cover system that hauls this much weight unless you were to go to like a dedicated steel rack. So I'm not sure. I think we would go a different direction. I would recommend this system to someone that wants to haul a lot of weight, be able to secure their tools, but expect things to get wet. Hey guys, I'm here with Elliot, and he brought his 2021 Jeep Gladiator, and it has the Mopar cover. This is a soft folding cover, and you've had it for how long? Had the truck?
Not that long. I mean, it's still got the...
Yeah, he's still got dealer plates on it. So he just picked this up.
Yeah.
So Elliot, what are your initial impressions on the cover?
Cover's great. I've never had a cover before, so it's kind of nice to have a place to keep things dry. But other than that, it's, to be honest, it kind of gets in the way.
When do you want to put stuff in there?
Can't just grab and go.
Yeah, can't just grab it in. You got to unlock, do the whole thing.
Yeah, drop the tailgate.
But I'm used to not having a cover, so.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start off with some pros and cons. We'll start out with the pros. Elliot, what pros do you have?
The biggest thing for me is that it's waterproof. Leave golf clubs, tools, things like that in there. So this is my first truck bed cover, so I'm still, I've had it for a month.
So do you have any cons?
Biggest con is when I've got something all the way at the back, I gotta unroll the whole thing, get it. It's a whole process. Whereas opposed to, if you don't have one, you just grab whatever it is.
So Elliot, would you buy this cover again?
Yeah, I'd buy it again. It's nice to have the, rated waterproof deal going on.
And you have a lot of room. Like when that rolls up, it doesn't take up any space in your bed. It's up high, out of the way.
Yep. Yeah. When I don't need it, I can roll it up and it can stay. I get full access to the bed.
All right. And the last question: would you recommend it to a friend?
Yeah, I definitely would. It's been a great cover for the whole month that I've owned it. I'm here with Anthony in his 2013 Toyota Tacoma, and he's got a Lear XR100 cap on it, and he's had it for 3 years. Anthony, what are your initial impressions of it?
Yeah, so far it's been a very easy, straightforward cap. Very easy to move in and out of. Got some good sliding windows, some good amenities on it. So far, so good.
Okay, so now we'll go through the pros and cons. Anthony, what are your pros?
Yeah, so right off the bat, got a really easy twist function lock. Comes with a external lock, so you can add more security. It would be nice if the tailgate had a external lock, but on the sport version, we did not. So right now, this is the only added protection for anything that's inside the cab. So like I said, real easy twist function to open. It's got a nice, what do you call those?
Gas struts?
Yeah, gas struts too. Have a smooth opening so it doesn't slam. When you get inside here, you see that I got the carpeted lining here, so that was an added addition there. Adds just a little bit more, make it a little bit more nicer through here. You have the vented mesh windows, sliding windows here. They are manual, so they're not automatic, so you do have to actually climb in here to open those, but it does add a little bit more added vented You got a sliding rear view window as well, not automatic, so that's again, you have to open it. You go underneath here a little bit. There is an external light just to add more visibility here when it's a little bit darker. Go out on the outside of this, on top, it does add a little bit more sliding rails here, so you can put a rooftop tent. I have seen several Tacomas with these leers with the topper on it. So
Anthony, what are your cons?
yeah, so a few cons here. The easy twist function, although it is pretty easy, it does have a wired cable. So at times these wires do shrink and it doesn't allow it to latch properly. So it's really easy to adjust. You just take an Allen wrench here and just pull this a little bit tighter and it's a better fit. Cons, the height of it. So depending on kind of what you're moving, anything that's really taller than, I don't know, around 3.5 feet, you're gonna have that capacity there. Yeah. So that is tough. It is waterproof, but there are quite a bit of weather stripping issues. You do have to go through and glue it and repair it every now and then. On the outside of it, you can also see that it is a tight fit, but there is some leakage that does happen. So ventilation with the windows, they are kind of tough to open. Maybe some WD-40, some oil will allow it a little bit smoother, but it is a nice added function, especially if you do plan on sleeping in here, do an overland trip. It does add that ventilation. That way it's a little bit cooler throughout the night.
All right, so Anthony, would you buy it again?
I think it really depends on what activities you're doing. If you're looking just to do some overlanding, some hunting, and just need some added storage, a little bit more waterproofing, instead of just a flat bed cover, this does give you that option to haul a little bit more, stack some more items on it. If you're looking to haul any big objects, like if you're moving houses and you're trying to pack your truckload, it does provide limitations in there. It is pretty tough. So overall, would I buy this again? I think it would really just depend. If I'm going to use this for hunting and overlanding, then yes, absolutely. Anything else, then I'd probably say just the limitation with the capacity and the height would probably not be a good fit for this one.
Yeah. So the final question, would you recommend it to a friend?
I think I would. It does come with a steep price. I think it was a little over $2,000 for this. It's, people who are into that outdoors activities and want to add just a little bit more room to their travel, then I think this would be a good addition for them.
I'm here with Pat in his 2017 Ford F-150, and he's got the Armadillo Cove Rex TFX trifold cover. It's a hard cover. Armadillo, right? So Pat, what are your initial impressions of this cover?
Yeah, no, it's been a great cover. So I had a Chevy Silverado before this, and I had a soft cover on it, a roll-up. And when you're driving down the road, it's, blowing in the wind and shit. I never really liked that. You kind of hear it flapping. It sucked to roll up, number one. This one, I knew I wanted a hard cover after I had a soft cover. And so I got this one. It was cheaper.
So now we're going to jump into the pros and cons. Pat, what are your pros?
So the pros are, obviously, it's a hard cover. I like those better than a soft cover. You can't cut into it, you can't steal anything in it. I keep tools back here. Another pro I like how it's easy to fold up real quick rather than having to roll it up. Also going through a car wash.
Does it keep the water out?
Yeah, it does keep the water out. It stays pretty dry. It's not waterproof, but it's waterproof enough.
Yeah, just a little bit in the corners maybe?
Yeah.
Does it lock too? Like when you have the tailgate closed?
So it doesn't lock. If you wanted to break into this, you probably could if you've got any sort of ingenuity sense at all.
Crowbar to the edge, pop it up.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, or dynamite, whatever it may be.
But at least like the idea of out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Your tools are safe.
Yeah, it's more flush than the cover that I had before. I like that factor. I love yours because it's nice and flush right across.
So Pat, what are your cons?
So my cons for this cover are going to be the fact that when you open this cover, it's a trifold, but it's really not a trifold in my opinion because that's where it stops. So this is where this stops after you've folded it all the way to its capabilities. It will not fold past this up against the back window. So I don't get the full benefit of the truck bed whenever I'm hauling something unless it's small enough or short enough to go underneath this last section.
Yeah, so you might have to leave your tailgate down.
And that's what kind of sucks. But a pro of this, going back to the pros, is it's really easy to install this. It's quick, and I like how it's fastened, sturdy down here. But again, the only con is that I would like for it to be able to come up so that I could load more things in. I just have to be strategical about how I load things into the truck now. And then second con, or third, would be this thing came with these like 2.5 inch foam blocks, square foam blocks that stayed on here that were glued. So if you brought it up, it kept it kind of level right here, and then you could obviously click it in like that, secure it. Well, over time, the heat that transfers through to the back side of this thing, that glue, it failed, and then those blocks would fall out, and I'd see them. I tried super gluing them back. It didn't matter what I did. They would really need to be mechanically fastened in some sort of way. Took the blocks off. I threw them away. I said, screw it. Wasn't going to put up with it anymore.
So is the con that it's not level now whenever you fold it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a design flaw. It's just something that I think they could redo. And like I said before, if they would just mechanically fasten those or find a different type, maybe like a harder type of foam that they could mechanically fasten, they wouldn't have this issue anymore. Then again, at the price point that you're paying for this cover, that's one of the things that you give up, I guess. There's a few things that also the trifold. You know, if you wanted that third panel to fold up,
Yeah.
you're probably going to pay a little bit more.
Like a backflip or something.
Exactly, and you get what you pay for, and this is what I paid for, and so this is what I get to deal with. But I still love the cover over any other cover or having to pay more.
So Pat, would you buy this again?
Yes, I would buy this again, not to be difficult. It's kind of a yes and a no. I would buy this cover again, absolutely, but
Maybe a different brand?
yeah, maybe a different brand, maybe one that it's at the same price point, but I can fold up that third.
Yeah,
Section.
all the way up against the cab, protect the glass, like a backflip or
It's like a yes and a no, yeah.
undercover.
I would
Yeah.
buy the same cover again, absolutely. I'd rather have it to where I could fold it up to where I could actually have the full amount of space, like I talked about before. I guess
Yeah.
the answer is yes.
So last question, would you recommend this to a friend?
I would, absolutely. But I would obviously let them know that, hey, here are the cons of this thing. But if you're at this price point, this is what you want. I think this is a great cover. If you find one that actually folds up
Yeah.
at this price point, let me know. I'll sell this and buy that. That's where I stand.
But you like the hard trifold.
I like the hard trifold.
We should call it a double fold. Double fold.
Double
Yeah,
fold,
it's the double.
yeah.
It's not a true tri.
You know, you can throw stuff on top of it. I could put a cooler up here. I could put speakers on top of it. There's all different kinds of things that I could do. You know,
Yeah.
unlike having a soft cover or not having any cover at all. I mean, I could, you know, that's another thing. I love music and speakers, and I could throw my speakers on top of this. And that was one of the things I thought about when I was getting a hardcover.
They can hold some weight up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Jared, and he's got a 2020 GMC Sierra. He's obviously got no cover here, and we're just doing this as a comparison of having a cover versus not having a cover. Jared, what's your initial impression?
Yeah, I prefer not to have a cover. I guess the one would be the cost of a cover. Secondly, you know, the hassle of having to unravel the cover, put the cover back on, clamp it, yada yada, and then also just, you know, if I have something that's, you know, higher than the truck bed itself, you know, I can just push like a mower in there, or, you know, something that's furniture that I'm moving, and I don't have to jack with a cover. Yeah, another pro to not having a cover is, you know, if I have passengers in the back seat, they can just reach in and grab a beer or something from the back seat when we're at a tailgate or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and the cover's not in the way.
No, cover's not in the way.
Okay, so obviously there are many pros to not having a cover, but Jared, what are the cons?
Yeah, the cons would be, you know, stuff could get stolen out of the truck if I didn't have a cover, and then also in terms of being waterproof, putting things back here, that when I don't have a cover, obviously, and it rains, it's wet.
So Jared, would you ever buy a cover?
No, I would not buy a cover.
Okay. You like a truck for a truck, it's got to be open and usable.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Look
I
at that
mean, he
mulch.
obviously uses it. He's got mulch and dirt in here, so.
Dirt.
Yeah, that's another pro. You can dump whatever in there. And that was the ultimate truck bed cover comparison. If you have a cover you're looking at buying, post in the comments below. We'd love to see what you're looking into. And if you have any of these covers and have any additional pros and cons, please post those in the comments below as well. And as always, I have the product links in the description below, so make sure to check that out. Click on those links. And I'm posting weekly videos, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. Thanks, guys.
It's got a nice little lock function as well for some added security. and just spill my beer. Of course it is. I won't set that up.
I was working on getting you one, but
Listen, I'm doing a favor for you, and you come here and ice me now?
It's just a nice boring cocktail.
it's getting hot. Put a shotgun on.
I can't drink beer.
All right, ready? I can't drink beer. It's hard.
So someone can't cut into the cover and steal stuff.
Like I said, it's a hard cover, so I enjoy that. Also going to the car wash.
Oh no. Here, let's they can hold some weight up there.
Yeah, well, not fat chicks, but
Yeah.
I did that.
Where are these things even? Who even buys this? God, you just put them in random places?
You finding that in your driver's seat?
In my driver's seat. Yeah, let's encourage drinking and driving. Okay.